All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so this video is kind of going to be a bounce off of the last video, which I talked about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. So I got this video here I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna let you listen, and then if it be the Lord's will, I'll get some scriptures. All right, so let me just make sure I got the volume on high. All right, so just listen. All right, now this proves that the scriptures are real, man. All right, did not the Lord say all my words are faithful and true? Let's grab that real quick. All right, and then I'll let the video play. The Lord said all his words are faithful and true, man. All right, we know the scriptures to be real, man. All right, because they are. All right, so the Lord said, I start at verse 1, but the point is in verse 2. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And that's exactly what we do. Which I will put in thy mouth, save the Lord Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah, all the word of the Lord is faithful and true, man. All right, when you get Isaiah, the 55th chapter, the Lord also said, my word shall not return unto me void. All right. So let's get Isaiah 55. All right. And 11. It reads, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right. So when the Lord says something, bro, it's gonna happen for surety and for certain, man. What you read in the scriptures is all real, the Holy Bible. All right. So this video I got here just proves, because you got archaeologists, man. All right, that this proves that the scriptures are real. That what you read about Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, in the scriptures is real. In the last video I did, we talked about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? So let's read this video. Let's listen to this video, all right?
So what about Sodom and Gomorrah? Where's that at? Well, the Lord said in Genesis 19, he would rain upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone. Brimstone is burning sulfur. The city is all burned, and the bricks have actually turned to ash.
He said the city's all burned, and the bricks have actually turned into ash. All right, and we read that in the last video. The Lord said that he left that place in heaps of ashes. Right? And the guy said this place is nothing but ashes, man. He said everything is all ash. He said the brick is all ash. Right? So let's bring this out again, all right? So this is 2nd Ezra 2 and 8. It says, woe be unto thee, Ashur, thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee, O thou wicked people. Remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah, whose land lieth in clods of pitch and heaps of ashes. All right, so the Lord left that place in heaps of ashes. All right, now when you go back to this video, that's exactly what that man said. He said it's all ashes, right? So let's just go back.
So what about Sodom and Gomorrah? Where's that at? Well, the Lord said in Genesis 19, he would rain upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone. Brimstone is burning sulfur. The city is all burned, and the bricks have actually turned to ash.
You see? He said the city is all burned, and the bricks have turned into ash. So the scriptures is real, man.
Peppered in that ash, there are thousands, actually millions of sulfur balls. These are actually pieces of 99% sulfur The outside is kind of a white color, but if you break it open, it's a little more yellow inside. It kind of, apparently it burned itself out. Golf ball size, variety of size. It literally rained sulfur on that city. I've had several friends, even some scoffers, who said, I don't think that's true. And they went over there to the place where Ron said they were, and they dug through the ash, and sure enough, there are literally millions of these sulfur balls. If you scrape off this white coating, it's pure yellow sulfur, 99.6% pure sulfur.
99. Whoo, he said, what he said, 99.6?
Millions of these sulfur balls. If you scrape off this white coating, it's pure yellow sulfur, 99.6% pure sulfur. As the sulfur would burn itself out, it would encapsulate itself in its own ash and shut off its oxygen supply. Ends up with a coating around a pure sulfur ball. Found no place in the world except this place over there.
He said, so this is nowhere else in the world except for where Sodom and Gomorrah is. Because the Lord made it rain fire and brimstone, man. All right, let me rewind this video back one more time.
So what about Sodom and Gomorrah? Where's that at? Well, the Lord said in Genesis 19, he would rain upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone.
Yep, brimstone. And that's exactly what's going to happen again in this time, in this very time. America is going to be destroyed and wiped off the face of this earth by brimstone, man. All right, the same thing is going to happen, but this time it's going to be on a level and a magnitude that's far, far greater, man. And that's going to happen here in America. This is why you elect. If you're listening to this video, you got to come back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, because the Lord is getting ready to make it rain fire and brimstone once again. All right. It tells you in Isaiah the 13th chapter, the 19th verse, that the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the same way he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Matter of fact, let's grab that. All right. When you read Isaiah the 13th chapter, right? I said Isaiah, right? Isaiah 13. Isaiah the 13th chapter is talking about America's destruction. All right. And when you get the 19th verse, it says this Babylon, which is America, is going to be destroyed the same way as how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Fire and brimstone. And this time is going to be by the nuclear missiles, the ICBM missiles that hold multiple warheads. You know? So Isaiah 13:9, it says, and Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And this verse lets you know that this is not talking about ancient Babylon. It's talking about modern day Babylon, which is America. All right, because ancient Babylon, all right, was the ancient Babylon or the Babylonian Empire, all right, was not destroyed by fire and brimstone. All right. But this modern day Babylon will be, which is America. All right. That's how you know it's not talking about ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon was not talking about, was not destroyed by fire and brimstone like Sodom and Gomorrah was, man. All right. Let's go back to this video.
Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone. Brimstone is burning sulfur.
Brimstone.
The cities. So what about Sodom and Gomorrah? Where's that at? Well, the Lord said in Genesis 19, he would rain upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone. Brimstone is burning sulfur. The city's all burned, and the bricks have actually turned to ash. Peppered in that ash, there are thousands, actually.
And we went into it the last video I did. All right. Genesis 19. Right towards the end, right when Abraham seen the smoke of Sodom and Gomorrah going up, all right, it says verse 27, Genesis 19 and 27, and Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord Yahweh, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. All right. And it came to pass when the Most High Yahweh destroyed the cities of the plain, and the Most High Yahweh remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. All right. So, I just wanted to do a brief video, man. All right. So, they always got archaeology. Bro, that's how they listen. The elites have scholars working around the clock for them. Archaeologists and all that. All right. They know the scriptures are real. They know, that's why they know who we are. They know that we're the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right. They know who we are. They know who they are. The elites. They know that they're Esau. Right? Because of all the archaeologists, man. The archaeologists themselves know who the true Israelites are, man, because that's who they are. They're archaeologists. They know, man. The scholars, they know, man. They just don't put it out there because there's an agenda. These scholars and archaeologists, they're all bought and paid for, man. So that was just a quick video I wanted to do, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah. This lesson was edifying. All right. So on to the next one. Shalom, shalom.